Now, 10 examples of people in the NFT space spending hundreds of dollars but making thousands of dollars. Think this space is just for the rich? Nope, it's for the hustlers. I made this tweet 8 hours ago, which was 1:20 a.m. Obviously, I was not sleeping last night till midnight. So I kind of got bored and put out this tweet, this thread of how people spent $20 to $50 on an NFT and ended up making bank, right? There's many examples. I got about 10 to 15 examples here. There are plenty more examples. In fact, there's many people in the NFT space whose life has been changed that have been involved in the last 1 year and prior to that. Even in the last 6 months, I'm sure people's lives have been changed on a personal level and an emotional level, and a fulfillment level. But on a financial level, many people have made good money with NFTs. And I'm often asked the question is, can you make, do you need to have a lot of money to participate in this NFT space? Because you obviously see people selling things for tens of thousands, and you're like, well, you feel a bit of FOMO in terms of wanting to buy it. But the reality is that the important stuff is hidden away somewhere, right? Somewhere in this space. Kind of think about it as the real world, right? In the real world, there's ample opportunities around you. There's some guy in some country making a deal somewhere where he's getting a really good deal. He's got his contact, he's got his network. In the digital space, it's the same thing, where somewhere some deals exist, some opportunities exist, but you got to hunt for them. They can't just, you're not going to just hear these on Twitter. By the time you hear them on Twitter, it's sometimes too late, because then everyone rushes, and then you're going to get gas wars. You're going to get the cheap ones bought up. They used to be $40, now they'll probably be $300 because everyone's rushing to buy them. And then if you enter after, you're kind of buying it at $300, so you've missed the early opportunity. May still be an opportunity, but if you're getting involved when Twitter or Discord or some YouTube person talks about something or a project, then it's usually a bit too late. You could have gotten in earlier. So I don't want to go through all of these, but some examples are, again, Nifty Gateway. I remember, so Justin Blau's drop that we just saw, right? He was selling them for $333 each, and he sold 5,000 of them. So he sold $1.5 million worth, right? Now that's great. It doesn't really leave much room for new collectors coming in and buying, because usually what happens is the same person buys 20 of them, and then they try and flip them, and then they can't flip them for a profit, so they start trying to sell them for cost price. And so there's a lot of sell pressure sometimes when there's too much FOMO and there's too much buyers. But in the early days on Nifty Gateway, you can see here that Grime Monday, who is actually Slime Sunday, and if you've known Slime Sunday's work on Instagram, it's an interesting work, to say the least. But basically, he made this piece, which was his first open edition, The Last Stand of the Nation State. Sold them for $40 each, guys. But $40 each. Let's actually open it up here. Let's open this up. Marketplace. Slime Sunday, open editions by Slime Sunday. Nope. This one. This, I believe, is his first one that he ever released, and I always invest in the first of anything. I think that'll always be a special release from an artist or a project or anyone. So I'm always about buying the first of anything. Right now, the first Genesis set, the first Genesis Metakey is 4.5 ETH, I think, and the other ones are about 1.5. So they're not as high as the first. And the first one, there's only 500 of them, but it was released at 0.2, so it's gone up like 20x. But it's more valuable than the rest by far, almost 3 times more valuable, because it's the first. Now check this out. So this one, $40, $40, and only 415 was sold. So do the math. The math tells you that $16,000 was brought into this drop. Now, $16,000 for a drop is nothing, right? It was a very little amount of money, but back then it was great. It was like, wow, congratulations, Slime, right? This is a lot of good money coming in. Now the space has a lot more attention, so when there's an open edition, it does a lot more than that. But you can see how what happens is if you get in early in industries, you can get in at a cheaper price. You also get in when there's not much supply. There's only 415 of these, which back in the day, it actually seemed like a lot. I participated in this drop, and I remember thinking, oh, there's probably going to be way too many people buying these. Let me just buy 5 of them and see what happens. I actually ended up buying 7 of them, or 8 of them, for $40 each, because they were just $40. And I was like, I just kept buying and buying, and I was like, let's just see what happens. And the NFT space blew up, and my 6 times 40 or 7 times 40, what's that? That's $400 investment. Eventually became $50,000 to $60,000. Now, back then, we didn't really know we were buying something that would blow up later. We were like, okay, we thought the industry would blow up, and you always doubt yourself when you're purchasing things, and not many people are paying attention. But industry did blow up, and this is the result, and this is why now, yes, it's worth $12,000, but back then it wasn't. So at $40, and you can see here, the cheapest one is 11,888. Not just that, it's also the fact that there is only 43 for sale. So out of the 415, there's about 10% of that supply that is listed for sale. Out of that 10% listed for sale, if 5 or 10 of them sell, if 5 of these or 10 of these sell, then the price pretty much hits $20,000. So once 5 sell, the price pretty much doubles. If another 5 sell beyond the 20,000, then you're suddenly looking at, almost 40 to 50K, and another three or four from that, and then you start to hit the $100,000 mark. So the floor, as you say, is quite thin. Crypto terminology. There's not many people selling them at that, and that's what happens after 6 months of an artist dropping an art piece, or a creator of any project dropping them, whether it be an NFT project. After 6 months, 8 months, or a year, what happens is flippers, they flip, and it goes from weak hands to strong hands, and the strong hands hold, and they don't list it for sale, and that's what happens, right? As more flippers go away, then the amount of sellers decreases. So instead of seeing 100 for sale, there's only 43 for sale, because the people that have it, like me, don't put it for sale, because we're long-term holders. So the less people you have it for sale, and the demand keeps coming in, well, you'll have to keep buying it for higher and higher. And this is why collector items like CryptoPunks, this is why CryptoPunks are now minimum $150,000, because for 3 years, flippers were slowly exiting that market, and it was going to stronger and stronger hands, right? And so sometimes this is why I just wait patiently for 6 months to see how many of the flippers go away. And I can always get things cheaper. Like right now, Justin Blau's art, you could have got it for $333 at the start, but right now, way more flippers have left. And yes, it is $500, $600, but if I bought it a month ago, it would have been the $400 mark. All right, big whoop, I buy it for $100 more, but I know that I'm buying it at a time where the open edition has closed. I know how many were minted. I can see that consistent sales are coming in. I know Justin Blau keeps forming.